my name is Chloe, and today I am here to do my June book haul revisit. So if you've not seen one of these videos, what I'm doing is going back 2 years to this month in 2023 to see the books that I hauled, because I'm pretty consistent about doing in and outs every month with the books I haul and the books that I unhaul, and I'm wanting to see what I've read that I hauled 2 years ago. So are they still sitting on my shelves? Am I actually reading it? And so let's just go ahead. I'm going to roll the footage. I've heard some of you guys say you really hate it when I put it on 2x speed. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just leave it at regular pace, and we will see how many books that I hauled and what I've read and what I haven't. And then I will go ahead and read anything that's unread in this video and make a vlog about it. So let's go ahead and just watch what happened in June 2023. So I had an almost 1-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 5-year-old. And yeah, that was about all that was going on. So let's see what we got. Like I said, this stack is a little bit smaller, thankfully, but it's not a lot smaller. So let's just get into it. So the first one is Verity by Colleen Hoover.
Read it and loved it.
Next is Jane Green's Sister Stardust. And so Jane Green is next is Celestine, Our Missing Hearts.
Did not like
Celestine. Next is another kind of beloved author, Emily Giffin, Meant to Be. So Emily Giffin's next is Lisa Jewell, The Night She Disappeared. So next is one that I received from the publisher. So this is The Cottage on Glass Lake by Amy Pines.
Have not read it.
Not doing me any favors, but in this charming beach read for fans of Jill Shalvis and Susan Mallory, two authors that I really enjoy, two women discover the joys of an unexpected friendship and an inner strength neither knew she had. So this sounds like women's fiction. Definitely, I'm assuming there's going to be a hint of romance, but Dr. Becca Wayland had the perfect life, or so she thought, until she learned her husband had cheated on her after a decade of marriage. With divorce papers signed, Becca throws her trademark caution to the wind and agrees on an impromptu month-long vacation at a beach house with Sadie, a woman she's known all her life but doesn't really know at all. Free spirit Sadie Bloom is Becca's opposite in every way, living in the moment and wasting zero energy on what comes next. But the pastry chef's "nothing bothers me" exterior hides a fear she's not ready to face, one that may jeopardize a future she never realized she wanted. So I think there's probably going to be some bumps and bruises along the way as a free spirit and kind of a rule follower learn to spend a month together, but sounds really interesting. So yeah, sounds fun. I love summary women's fiction, so this feels good. Next is another one from the publisher, and this is The Quiet Tenant by Clemence McCallan. Next is The Art of Losing Yourself by Kate Ganscher, and I think this might have been Amanda from Book Lover Amanda. Somebody was talking about this book, and it made me have to have it. So just like in my dream, I was drowning and nobody even noticed. Every morning, Carmen Hart pastes on her made-for-TV smile and broadcasts the weather. She's the Florida Panhandle's favorite meteorologist, married everyone's favorite high school football coach. They're the perfect-looking couple, live in a nice house, and attend church on Sundays. From the outside, she's a woman who has it all together, but on the inside, Carmen Hart struggles with doubt. She wonders if she's made a mistake when she married her husband. She wonders if God is as powerful as she once believed. Sometimes she wonders if he exists at all. After years of secret losses and empty arms, she's not so sure anymore, until Carmen's sister, 17-year-old runaway Gracie Fisher, steps in and changes everything. Gracie is caught squatting in a boarded-up motel that belongs to Carmen's aunt, and their mother is off on one of her benders, which means Carmen has no option but to take Gracie in. Is it possible for God to use a broken teenager in an abandoned motel to resurrect a woman's faith in marriage? Can two half-sisters make each other whole? So this sounds like heartbreaking, emotional. Infertility is kind of a buzzword for me, so this sounds really good. Next is one that I feel like needs no explanation, Just Mercy by Brian Stevenson. This was $1 at our library bookstore, and this is about a man who was unjustly put in prison for a crime he did not commit. And this is a true story about the redeeming power of mercy, and I feel like we can all use a lesson in this, in grace and mercy. And he is a gifted Brian Stevenson was a gifted young attorney when he founded the Equal Justice Initiative. It is a practice dedicated to defending the poor, the wrongly condemned, and those trapped in the furthest reaches of our criminal justice system. So next is The Fifth Avenue.
I've read it.
The Fifth Avenue Story Society by Rachel Hawkes. So Rachel Hawkes. Then the last one is a middle grade from Owl's Nest Publishing,
I've read it.
which I...
Okay, so That is a big win. It's a smaller haul, but I've read 8 and have not read 3. And so the 3 I'm going to be reading this month are The Cottage on Glass Lake by Amy Pine, which I think is a women's fiction. The Art of Losing Yourself by Katie Ganchert, also kind of a Christian women's fiction. And Just Mercy by Brian Stevenson, which is a nonfiction. So 2 of my favorite genres. This is going to go great, right? It's only 3 books. We'll be in and out quick. So let's see how it goes. So I have started the first book. I've started The Cottage on Glass Lake by Amy Pine. And Storygraph said this is number 2 in a series. I think it's a companion, like their companion books, because Goodreads says nothing about it. So I don't know which platform I'm annoyed with, because this is following Becca and Sadie, and they are okay, let's think about this. So Becca's sister is Alyssa, and that's who was in the Bloom Girls, which is like the first in this series, I guess. But Becca's sister is named Alyssa. She is married to a guy that she divorced and remarried, and Sadie is the sister to that guy. And so they, like, Becca's sister-in-law. It's not that confusing, but they've known each other forever because the sister and the brother married long times ago. And so they've known each other forever, but Becca is very, very, very type A. She is an OBGYN, and she has twins of her own. She's married, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, her husband has just left, and so that's thrown things into a tailspin. And Sadie is also looking for kind of a fresh start. And so the two, Alyssa and the brother, his name's like Matthew or something, I don't know. They say, hey, you guys go together to spend a month at this cabin. We'll take care of everything else. And so they go, and these two are very unlikely friends. They're very, very, very opposite. And so they're struggling. And so I'm on page 80-ish, and they are coming to figure out like how to live together, how to kind of soften one and kind of structure the other and meet in the middle. And there's a little bit of romances started. So I really love the characters. I really did love the characters. I've loved getting to see this. And Sadie may or may not have some sort of health issue going on. She has, she has a heart issue that she's just kind of ignoring. And so I know that's going to come into play at some point. This is probably going to be super emotional, I would guess. However, this book, I was loving it, and it flips back and forth between Sadie and Becca's perspective. So I really like that too. But it's getting kind of crass, and I can handle crassness in a this is TMI but kind of way. I don't love crassness, and even then it kind of has a limit. It has to be appropriate, fitting the story, fitting the character. And I kind of feel like we're doing it just for shock value, and that it doesn't fit the character that well. And so we're going to see where the story progresses. If this does turn into romances, I would say it's probably going to be steamy, which again, I think it is, I can't remember who says it. Gosh darn it. I think it's Laura from, it was Lovely Days with Laura, or Days with the Doyles, and now it's Laura's, I don't know. I will link her down below. She just recently changed her channel name, but she often says, Spice will never make a book, but it can break a book. And that's that's definitely how I feel. A spice will never make a book good for me, but it can definitely break a book. And if that comes into play here, it's like, gosh, I just hope we don't get too lewd for lewd's sake. So, yeah, so far so good. I'm enjoying it. So I will report back when I have more to say. Hey everyone, so I'm here to update because I'm still in the middle of The Cottage on Glass Lake, and I'm just not physically reading that much. I have paused to read some graphic novels and some middle grade and some other things, but physically reading, I feel like I just need a clear head, and getting a clear head doesn't happen until bedtime, and then only if, it happens at a select time where everybody is taken care of in bed, and it just doesn't happen very often. And because then I also have the baby still in my room, so it just doesn't happen very often. So I haven't gotten very far in that. However, I've started Just Mercy on audio, and I don't enjoy this book. I'm not enjoying it, honestly. It is a book that is making me so angry that I don't want to pick it up. but that's also the point. This is a book about Bryan Stevenson, who is a lawyer who really has a passion for defending people who are unjustly put in prison, and minorities, and he is telling stories of just awful situations in which minorities are pinned, especially the Black community is blamed for so much unlawfully, deliberately breaking the law, and just to pin it on somebody. And this, it is, I think, an important read. It is a heavy read. It is a hard read. So I'm not enjoying it, but I am really grateful for people like Bryan Stevenson who have this heart to really fight for people. And, yeah, it's just a lot. It is a lot. And so I just want to get on an update. I'm not doing a lot of B-roll in this video just because it's taking me 2 out of 3. I thought, 3 books, this will be super easy. I'll get this done in a week. No big deal. Well, 2 of them I have to physically read, and I'm just, like I said, not doing it very much. And so this afternoon, though, one of my daughters has book club, and I'm going to leave 2 of my kids here with a babysitter. And so I'll just take my big girl and my baby, and I'm hoping to take my book and just read and hang out, because I just stay there, but it's a full hour at a library. So I'm hoping that will be some productive time. It'll depend what the baby thinks about that, but I'll be down 2 kids, so that will be helpful. So that is everything. I just wanted to update and say that I've started that. That's the only audio I have, so I'll probably update. This is a really fun week. It is June 10th, and one of my kiddos has a birthday this week, so it'll be a really fun week. So I'll just keep you posted as we keep going and let you know what I think.
And I'm burned by the morning light. I make the same mistake more than twice. Same song, but brand new dance. I wear out my 3rd second chance. You take
Don't in the world.
Hey everyone, so we have some updates. It's been a minute because I can't remember. I think I talked to you guys on Wednesday, ? Right before my daughter's birthday. I don't know, but today it's Friday. We had my daughter's birthday yesterday, and it was so fun. It was such a fun day. She was turning 5, and this child is very easygoing in some ways, high-strung in other ways, but she is a diehard lover of Minnie Mouse, babies, puppies, all the very stereotypical girl things. The more glitter, the better. The pink and the rainbows just could explode, and it makes her so easy to shop for. And this is a 5-year-old child who would be thrilled if most of her gifts were clothes, and they were. So, we got up, did breakfast, did her picture, her measuring her and all that kind of stuff. And then, opened gifts. And then my mom came over, and this child also loves Trader Joe's. She loves Trader Joe's. And I think it's simply because, 1, they have a vegan ravioli that we all really like. And 2, they have such cheap flowers that almost always when we go to Trader Joe's, we get flowers. And so she wanted to pick flowers. And so we go to Trader Joe's and do the thing. They also always hide a hippo in there. If you have a Trader Joe's near you, I'm sure you know, they hide a hippo in there. And so that's really fun. So, her and I and the baby went to Trader Joe's, and she got to pick flowers and find the hippo all by herself. And she was so excited. She didn't have to argue with anybody about who's going to push the cart and, the problems of being one of 4. Then the sweet man, he was that checked us out. He was like, "Oh, you're about yay tall," and took the whole sticker roll and gave her as many stickers as she is tall. And so it was a ton of stickers. I think she lost the stickers. I don't even think she used them. And yet it made her day and just made her so happy. And so then we came home, and I fed Mabel and had a telehealth doctor's appointment while she played with they played with my mom. And then I made lunch for everybody that was staying. And my husband took, my 5-year-old, my husband and I and the baby took her out to lunch, and it was fun. This child is also very, very picky, so I yelped places that have avocado toast because it's one of her favorite foods, and she didn't like the avocado toast because it was like a diner kind of, so it was kind of greasy, and she didn't like anything. So I had taken like snacks for the baby to eat, and so she ate a lot of baby snacks and then ate some PB&J when we got home. But and we've all learned a lesson. Like, we don't go out to eat ever. We do take out occasionally, but we don't go out to eat ever, just because it's so expensive. With a family of 6, it's so expensive, and it's just chaotic. Meal times are chaotic. And now this child is like, okay, I'm good, not going out to eat again for a while. So did that, and then, we came back. We took a little bit of rest time. We read, took a little bit of rest time, and then her and I went and got our nails done, and it was so fun. Just so fun. Like, this girl she was wearing a purse, she was wearing jewelry up the kazoo, a headband. I mean, she is Fancy Nancy personified, and I couldn't love her more. So did that, and then came home and did cake and dinner and all that, and it was a long, full day, but it was a great day. And I never had time to update. So now we're like 4 minutes into this clip. My girls are playing tennis right now, and I just popped into the car for a minute. My husband's here too, cause it's evening time. So I, popped in the car to chat with you guys. So updates. I am almost done with this sucker. Let's see, where am I? 258 pages out of like 330 or 340. So, not long to finishing this, and I'm liking it. So, I can't remember even what I've said, but it's about 2 people who are tangentially related to each other. Their siblings are married to each other, both spending a month at this, lake, and the cottage on Glass Lake, as you might guess. Anyway, so they're very different. One's learning to come out of her shell. One is kind of learning to get herself together. And the one that needs to get herself together has this undiagnosed heart condition. And I will say that it tells you what it is in this. And it's a condition that I've been told almost never goes into adulthood. I don't know much about it, except 2 of my kids have this condition. It's a hole in the heart. It's an ASD. I don't feel like it's a spoiler to say that. It's an ASD, which is a hole in the heart. And hers was not discovered until she was 10. She had surgery, and then they said maybe in his back. And from what the cardiologists have told me, once they close, they don't come back. And so I am annoyed by that, just because there's so many other congenital heart things that you could talk about. And like I said, I'm not a cardiologist. I just have 2 children with ASDs. And so I don't know, maybe I misunderstood and I don't know what I'm talking about, but it seems like this author did not do her research. Anyway, so that's going on. There's that little thread. They both have romances going on. They're both really cute. They actually have romances. I should probably not talk while you're on. They actually have romances with brothers, which just makes this all very convoluted. Like, there's lots of siblings and lots of romantic situations, but anyway, this is cute. It's really fun. I'm enjoying it. I like both the characters well enough. There's a lot of self-deprecation and just kind of humor, but like self-deprecation, not in an annoying way, but I'm liking it a lot. So there's that. And then I finished Just Mercy. I don't know if I told you. Yes, I did tell you I was reading this, and I finished it on audio, and I don't have a ton to add, except that this is just a really, really, really hard book and necessary book, an important book about the downfalls of the American justice system and death row and it just minorities, people with mental handicaps or mental illness, youth that are sentenced to death row when they're children. And you know, I don't know. I didn't realize the majority of states still do the death penalty. And I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's just brutal. It's awful. And some, like, they have stories that are just so triggering because, you know, women who give birth to stillborn babies and then are accused of killing their babies. Like, how do you add such insult to injury, and why? Like, why? Why can this happen? How can this happen? What is wrong with our system? And so this book is enraging. It's heavy. It's hard. I didn't enjoy it. Honestly, I did not enjoy it, but I feel like I learned a lot, and it is really motivating to make sure you're putting your vote where it matters, where your opinions lie and where your values lie, and make sure you're researching. So yeah, that's where we're at. I am going to finish this. Somebody's pulling in next to me and that freaks me out. So I'm going to try to wrap this up, but I'm going to finish this here soon. And then I'll start the other book that I need to read physically. And then we'll call this thing a wash. So that is everything. I will see you guys here shortly. Hey everyone, so just a quick update to say I finished this today. It is Sunday, so I finished it this weekend just like I planned, pat on the back, and I really like this. This was really cute, and it's the romance ends and happily ever after. Everything ends all hunky-dory. I do want to like backtrack to what I said earlier about ASDs and this not seeming to be accurate. So this character had an ASD large enough that it needed surgery to repair the hole in her heart, and perhaps the surgery, like she had it when she was like 10 and now she's a full-fledged adult in her 20s, 30s, I don't know. And so perhaps it reopened. I don't know anything about what kind of surgery they do to repair that hole in the heart. And so perhaps that's a possibility. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So she may have done her research. She may not have. Just from my personal experience, I've been told they don't reopen. And I would imagine if they're going to go into your heart, they would make sure it's closed for good, but maybe not. I don't know. So I want to just backtrack and say, I don't know. But, yeah, this was a solid like 3.5 stars. Is it one I'm going to remember forever? Probably not. I definitely identified more with Becca. She is a doctor who's very high strung and really does not like accepting help from other people and is really just kind of stuck in herself and in her kind of narrow-minded perspective about things. This is very convicting to say that I can relate to her, but I definitely can. And the way she came out of her shell, while it like the crudeness and crassness that happened at the very beginning, that leveled out pretty quick. I wish she wouldn't have gone there, and because that part felt ingenuine, it also felt crass for crass sake, and I did not like that. But the rest of it leveled off. It was fine. And I thought the way she like came out of her shell, found herself, was fine and good. So I enjoyed this. Now I'm going to pick up The Art of Losing Yourself, which is the last book. And this is a short guy. Goodness, only, it's got a reader's guide, but it's 300 pages exactly without that reader's guide. And so this one I can only get, I can get the ebook on Libby. However, it's not a Kindle. It's like read in the Libby app. And I despise the Libby app for reading. I don't know why. It's like glitchy and like the pages don't swipe correctly and I just don't enjoy it at all. So I think I'm going to read this physically, but it should be quick, 300 pages. And this is pretty interesting. I'm not going to, I don't remember the synopsis because it's been a hot minute, but I won't read it again because I'm sure I've read it here somewhere. So I'll keep you posted on this. This is a Christian fiction, so that sounds good. And on audio, I'm listening to historical fiction, and so that's great. I really don't like these last couple. As I was listening to some beachy reads and reading that one, it was a little tricky. But I think this is a kind of, I don't know. This is a Christian fiction about something. Don't know. So. I've got the memory of a goldfish. So that's it. Today is Father's Day. So my husband, this morning we've done church at home. And now my husband is taking 2 out of 4 kids to Scooters because they're having buy one, get one free drinks. And so he's going to get a couple drinks. And we just did surprises and they were very functional surprises, which is great. And, I don't know. We might go to the pool later this afternoon again. Yesterday, the pool was really fun. The curriculum sale, however, was not. It was huge. And with 4 children, I needed leashes for them. They were getting overstimulated and overwhelmed because there's so many people. And they were all like clinging on to me, and it was just, one was off. Well, my oldest was off roaming. The middle 2 were like clinging, and then the baby was in the stroller, and she was not taking a nap the way I expected her to. And so we went to 2 aisles and then we're like, all right, we're out. We got a bunch of books. And I also did not go in with a plan because I didn't understand how big this curriculum sale was going to be. And so I thought, well, I'll just see what's available. Well, no, any curriculum you want, somebody is selling it. And they were selling it because either their kids had outgrown it or they had bought it and never used it. So some of it was brand new. And I got stuff so cheap. I got the entire collection of Bob books for $6. The entire collection, 1, 2, and 3. So that was great. But anyway, I will let you go and let you know when I have an update about the art of losing yourself.
Face the facts, the best me is with you, but I know I got a lot to prove. They think we're too damaged to fix, but we're just working through a little rust. They like to say we're just young, but I know we won't give this up.
Hey everyone, so another day, another basketball camp. It's actually working really good. My daughter, my oldest, is playing, and I take the baby, and 2.5 hours I thought would be like so long to entertain the baby and just to keep myself entertained, but it is flying by. And like, I don't know. I mean, I spent half the time just pacing, trying to get her to go to sleep. And today she finally did for like 10 minutes before then it was time to like put her back in her car seat and feed her. Feed her and put her back in her car seat. But anyway, today is my dad's birthday and they are up here celebrating with us. And my girls have decorated my house and we're having a fun dinner tonight. He requested Asian takeout, so we're doing Japanese. And, yeah, I'm going to go get the kids now, and we're going to go do the library drop-off and pick-up and pick up a Sam's Club order, and then just be in for the night. I've already gotten a text from our power company saying expect outages tonight because it's supposed to storm, so, pray for us. By the time you see this, it'll be long done, but hopefully it's nothing too big or eventful, so that's everything. The book. The whole reason I got on here, I'm 100 pages into the book. I thought I would get a ton of reading done, but I have a baby with me, a 7.5-month-old, very busy baby, and so like at basketball camp. So, but I am 100 pages in, and I'm really liking it. So it's told. The story is telling two women. One is a newscaster who her and her husband are struggling to get pregnant, and they're on the adoption list, and she's just kind of at her wit's end, and she hits a sign in like a Toys R Us parking lot, and then she's so mad she hits it again. She like backs up and drives back over it, and so that of course was caught on somebody's phone. So it's gone kind of viral, which has a lot of impacts. The other one, she is a teenager and she is being raised by an alcoholic mother, and she is kind of rebelling against that. And so she runs away, and we're following those two women. Their stories converge pretty quickly, and I'm not going to say how because I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm very interested. And together they're working on renovating an old like B&B. So I'm just parked on a side street, on my way home, and there's people walking by and staring at me, so I'm gonna let you guys go, but I will update more when I have more to say.
Sometimes I lose my mind, and some days it's hard to find the reason why.
Hey everyone, so it is Saturday and I'm just about to start filming for the day. After I go check out, there's a gym around here that is like it used to be like one of those women's only gyms or something, and it's not now, but I'm not sure. It's a weird deal. You have to go do a tour before they'll like give you the pricing, and I have been looking. I need classes to do weightlifting. Like cardio, I'll do it all day by myself, don't care, love it so much. But to lift, I need a group, I think. And so I'm trying to find somewhere that has good fitness classes but doesn't cost an arm and a leg and has a schedule that like I could see potentially working, so that it's like a unicorn. So I'm gonna go check this one out and see what it's like. But first I wanted to get on an update that I am like maybe 60% of the way through this. I'm down to the last 120 pages or so, and I'm really enjoying this. This book is still just following the two women. I think I can say they're sisters, and so they have a complicated past, and like we're getting Gracie's perspective. She's a teenager, so it feels like it's like scratching my YA itch, and then Carmen is this newscaster hoping for a baby, just really, really kind of like mentally fully, her plate is very full. And so, just trying to figure out all the things, marriage, motherhood, work, all the things like hobbies. And like that part's really relatable too. So I really am loving the YA. I'm loving the Carmen's parts. I really like both of them. I also don't know if I said the chapters in here are like 5 pages max, which is awesome. So I'm really liking this. Yeah, so far so good. So my goal is to get this video out Wednesday, maybe Friday, but Wednesday or Friday. And so today is Saturday. Today is, so I'm going to go check out this gym. Then I'm going to film. And that's really the only plan for the morning. And then we'll do lunch. We'll do a little nap. I might do the pool with the girls. If I can get dinner made before like lay down time, because we're in a stage right now where it's contact naps or bust, and so I have to kind of lay with a couple of my kids, and if I don't, like, I can sometimes sneak out, but I can't like bank on that. And so it's great for reading time, not great for productivity otherwise. So that's the plan. I'll kind of keep you posted as the day goes.
You stay by my side. You and I break our hearts open in half, just to see if we'll put them back. No matter what they try, I'll stay by your side. It's you and
Hey everyone, so it's Thursday the 26th. Is that right? I think that's right. And oh my gosh, you guys, I just finished the book. Just finished the book today. So I wanted to finish it last weekend and did not. Finished it today just in the nick of time. But before I talk about this book, I'm going to talk about the clips that were in here, because last night, my kids, I took 3 out of 4 of the kids and took them solo to the Royals game. And you guys, it was so fun. So my daughter plays in one of the premier leagues here around the Kansas City area. And so all of the kids from her softball league got to go watch batting practice, which I guess is normally not open to the public, but they open it one day a year for all the kids that play in these leagues around the area. So there's softball girls and baseball boys and that kind of stuff. And so that was at 4:45, and then the game was at 6:40, and I got a babysitter for my 2-year-old, and because she just it's also 94 or something with a heat index in the plus 100s. And so then I took the other 3 and we went and tailgated, and I might put in pictures if I can, but we played cornhole and just had the best time. And then so we were watching batting practice, and the girls got kind of bored because you couldn't tell who was who. They're all just wearing like gray tank tops or whatever, so you can't tell who's who. And so we went, the outfield at the Royals Stadium is really fun, and it has like a carousel and a putt-putt course, and this thing where you can race and see how fast you are getting from home plate to first base, and a basketball thing and a hitting thing. And so we just had the best time. And then we left like shortly into the game because the babysitter had to go and it was getting late and all of that. And my 5-year-old still naps pretty much daily. And so whatever, we left, but everybody, all 3 of them, my 7, 5, and 8-month-old, did so good, and it was so fun. It was just the best night ever, and so I'm really grateful. We got free tickets to do that, and it was just wonderful. So yeah, and I don't know, I feel like the B-roll in this vlog may or may not even make sense, because it's literally taken me the entire month to read 3 books. I've read other stuff, but 2 of them being physical really threw me for a loop. So now let's talk about this book. So this book is, I would say like a 3.5 stars. So the reason I am saying that is because, so I read one other Katie Ganchert book, and I felt like it had an agenda. I read No One Ever Asked or something like that, and I felt like it had a heavy-handed agenda. And this one didn't feel so much that way, but still kind of. So the 2 sisters, one is, the meteorologist. It's so long between the times I talk to you guys, I'm probably being very redundant, but the meteorologist who's trying to have a baby, and then the teenager who is just trying to figure out life. And both of them kind of find faith or reconcile with faith in some ways in this book, and I liked it, but it felt just a little cheesy, a little inauthentic, and I'm just not sure, I'm not sure she's going to be the author for me. And the other thing is, this book ended like without resolution to a lot. It ended at a really like pivotal, not pivotal, but like kind of an explosive moment, and then it's just done. Like, So what happened? I don't know. So I don't like that. But yeah, I would say 3.5 stars. It gets very slow at times. It's really not a fast moving book at all. And so, and if you can't get it in a way that's convenient for you to read, I don't know that it's worth the 300 pages of physical reading, because you don't get much of a resolution and it's pretty slow. But if you loved it, let me know why. I didn't hate it. I enjoyed reading it. I didn't DNF it. So I enjoyed it. Anyway, well, I was just out running an errand, and now I'm going to go home, and actually so we are vegetarians, and we're learning about bones in homeschool, and so I asked some of my friends, do you have any bones that we could use? And ironically, 2 of them did. So I'm going to pick up chicken bones, and then I'm going home. But it is about to rain, and I've been getting migraines every time it rains. So if you guys have a solution for that, let me know. I've also got makeup everywhere because my eyes have been watering all day. So it's just, we're in for some rain. As you can see behind me, it is looking like it's going to storm. So I'm really hopeful that it does, because we have not gotten rain in a while. So that is everything for this June book haul revisit. Thanks for spending the entire month with me. Here's to hoping next month is just a little briefer. But yeah, that's it. Let me know if you've read any of these books, and we'll see you in the next one.